Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Paramount Fine Food Center here in Mississauga, Ontario for the 4:55 game of the CBHA Nationals. We're in the D side of the bracket, and we have a great game on hand between two undefeated teams. 2-0 Fatroy takes on the 2-0 Moist Kings. Should be in for a great game tonight. The Moist Kings defeated Montreal by a score of 9-3 and Victoria 6-1. A high-scoring affair. Where on the other side, Fatroy defeated the Rebels 9-3 and had a big 7-0 victory earlier today at 10 a.m. against the Duncan Stars. We'll see if fatigue plays into effect as the Moist Kings in Game 1 of the day, where Fatroy Game 2 of a doubleheader. We'll now send it down to ice level for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. And now looking down between the pipes for Fatroy, number 29, Dakota Delaronde. And on the other side, for the Moist Kings, between the pipes, it's number 32, Aaron Adair. We should be in for a great matchup here today. Two undefeated teams, both on the prowl for a 3-0 start. And it all kicks off here right now. The ball is dropped and we are underway. Fatroy getting a quick start as it's worked on over to the far side to Villanosi. That one's tracked and stopped at the wall by Chirola, as it's going to be taken in by Mohamed Hatia. Hatia will swing that one across. As Moiskins looking for the home run shot, but it gets deflected down. Hatia stepping up, one-on-one chance, but is knocked away. Moist Kings keeping it onside as that one swung down to Brady Ritchie. Ritchie with 4 goals already through the first 2 games. That one spinning fire, rebound chance right in the blue paint, but cleared away as that one just misses the target. Taking now is Di Chiara, as he'll get the return feed behind his own net. Di Chiara plays it to the far side, and Fatroy will take their time working it out. 1 minute down so far. As a long stretch feed, and it'll be taken in by Agrodudis. That one shot on rebound chance, they score! Potting home the rebound is David Lombardi. His 7th goal of the tournament. He is on fire right now. There's no slowing him down at this moment. Just a ridiculous start to the tournament. And Lombardi keeping the hot streak going. Scott swings this one back. As a bouncing puck will be jabbed at, but taken away by the Moist Kings. Here comes Bailey Hay. Bailey Hay with a burst of speed, and that one's turned away. This one now played out by Agrudis. A battle for it now ensues in the far side corner. It'll be taken away by Fatroy. It looks like a slash got in potentially. He's shaking his hand in the corner. And it's a battle to try and get out in front. Josh Raza. Raza still with possession of it. That's turned over and taken away by the Moist Kings. That's what he's tapped at and into the offensive end. But stepping up first is Angelou. Raza back on it. He gets hacked at again. Shaking that hand, not going to get a call. As behind the net is Miles Elliott. Elliott trying to tuck it home, but can't get it through. Elliott and Raza having some chippiness early. This one's played right out in the middle for Raza. Fatroy going the other way. This is Frakudakis as he'll go in on the chase. Goes for the pin on the far side boards. Has that one knocked away momentarily as puck gets stuck in a couple feet. And here comes Fatroy the other way. Long shot in, misses over the net, but a quick reaction there by Adair to send that one back to the corner. This one comes all the way around as Brady Ritchie will look to play it out. Ritchie, a lead feed up. One-on-one chance, trying to hit the brakes and get through, but couldn't fight it all the way as Miles Elliott will be first to it. He swings it below the line. Ritchie spins and fires, but it's blocked away in front by Abandonado. Elliott swings it over to the far side. Sharp angle shot, bouncing ball through the middle. That'll be controlled by Zafiropoulos. And a penalty upcoming. It looks like it's coming against the Moist Kings. Well, an empty net quickly. Here's a 6-on-5. Fatroy's going to slow it up. Has low control. Strubakis moves it over. Working in is Chirola. He gets it off to Lombardi. The ever so dangerous David Lombardi, but the whistle finally goes and a penalty upcoming, and it will be slashing the call. So for the first time today, we will see a power play as Fatroy gets the first opportunity of the night. Heading to the box, it will be Jack Ford of the Moist Kings. 2 minutes, excuse me. That's a 4-minute major going up on the board. That's a 4-minute slashing call. We'll see how costly that proves to be with the ever so dangerous Fatroy. Faceoff is won back a little too well as it gets sent out of the zone. Fatroy with 16 goals in 2 games. We'll see if they can get going on the power play. Lombardi 4 points in that first game. As this one moved right to the slot. Rebound is sitting there. It's picked up, waiting, showing great patience down low, trying to bash it home in front. Ball still loose in the crease, held at the line. There by Chirola. This one swung down in the slot. A bouncing ball goes to open space in the corner. This one played up top. Chirola. He'll swing it over to the near side for Raza. Looking for a backdoor feed, but that one's going to clear all the way out. And Chirola will have to tag up. Chirola 2 goals in the tournament. This one's played to the far side, and here's a 2-on-1 now for the Moist Kings, short-handed. This one on the back shoulder, can't track it down, was Michael DeVito, as that one just goes a little long. Raza, he'll carry it out. Josh Raza drops it off. David Lombardi on the near side. He'll wait as he scans his options with 2:40 to go on the power play. Lombardi swings it to open space, but it's picked off. Here comes a chance for the Moist Kings the other way. This will be slowed up by Ingrabelli as Devin Ingrabelli takes it into the corner and ticks some valuable seconds off this clock. Lombardi's able to strip it away, but no one on the receiving end as Richie steps up. Here comes Richie with a burst of speed, cutting it home. Can't tuck it on the back door. Had the on engaged, but couldn't keep possession. Now behind the net is Elliott. Miles Elliott trying to keep possession of it as 2 minutes remain on the power play. The Moist Kings doing a great job of killing some valuable clock here as Richie makes a nice move behind the net. Richie scans, gets it to Elliott, moves it up to the point. Walking in, firing a shot. That one's blockered away as it was off the stick of Ingrabelli. Fatroy finally gets possession back and they can slow the pace down a little bit, try and get some control back here with 1:36 to go. Across the line is Agredis. Played up to the point. Walking in. Back to Agredis. He fires a shot, deflected up and out of play. Putting the body on the line to deflect that one up and out. Despite Fatroy leading, it's been a great penalty kill so far for the Moist Kings. A couple chances of their own while short-handed. Now heading back in their own end. On the draw is Strubakis for Fatroy. And taking it for the Moist Kings is Michael DeVito. Official having a quick conversation with the timekeepers. Is an extra ball coming into play? Or a new ball, I should say, as that one went up and out. Faceoff is won by DeVito, and he flicks it out and will go on the chase. Two Moist Kings hawking down, and DeVito's going to get there first. Let's see if he can get it through. Isn't able to get there in time to try and play it quickly out in front to Manachi Gonho. Long shot in off the side of the net. It's a physical play behind the net, as throwing on the brakes is DiChiara. DiChiara, he'll take it across the red line. Swings it up to Zafiropoulos. Zafiropoulos gets pinned to the boards, no call upcoming. I think both sides wanted one there. Goes neither way. This one up to the point. To the left side, firing a shot through. It squeaks through the crease, but not past the goal line. On it now is Paul DeCobb. DeCobb will play it to the far side. He gets the return feed and will slide it quickly through as it's back up high. DeCobb works it over. One-time blast. Great save. Rebound still in the crease. And it's cleared out quickly by Sean Brachette. Wholesale change for the Moist Kings is Fatroy trying to catch him off guard, but it's turned over immediately. Coming the other way, that's Bailey Hay. He'll swing it to the far side as a sharp angle shot is scooped up and stopped by Delaronde. 7:05 to go here in the first period, and a big kill early on for the Moist Kings as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kevin O'Toole in on the draw. Kevin O'Toole, also the head coach of the Moist Kings, and also a player. O'Toole will work it up to the point. Long shot in, gets deflected away in front. Rebound chance, bashing away at it on the back door. But a great save by Delaronde to deny that chance. O'Toole back in the corner. Battle for it ensues on that far side wall. Ball finally pops free as it's controlled by Fatroy. As it's played behind their own net. Chasing it down now is Peter Kupa. Marshopoulos. He'll swing it on back to his defenseman as worked to the weak side to Abindonato. Abindonato up the middle of the ice. It's intercepted by Elliott. He'll just slap it back in deep as Bailey Hayes first to it. Isaiah Bailey Hay gets it alone. Great save! Delaronde denies Bailey Hay on the back door. Sticks up the left pad and somehow keeps this a one-goal game. Delayed penalty upcoming to the Moist Kings. And this one will be touched up. And the Moist Kings unhappy with the call. Quinn Strychaluk heads to the box. And it's another 4-minute major upcoming to the Moist Kings. These are just penalties you cannot be taking, especially against a high-firing offense in Fatroy. .5:54 to go here in the first frame. Fatroy leads 1-0 and a 4-minute power play on deck. Faceoff's won back and quickly sent down the length of the ice as Delaron will go out to slow it up. This one played out quickly to Chirola. Chirola directing traffic as he walks it up towards the red line. Nearly loses control of it and finally slaps it up. And that will go for an icing call. Not what you wanted to do in that situation. And he lost control of it. And gets slapped up and out of play. Faceoff comes all the way back to their own end. Faceoff back in the Fatroy end. 3:41 on the power play and 5:25 in the period. Brady Ritchie now in to take the draw for the Moist Kings. And he loses that draw. Fatroy will now advance it up the playing surface as it will be taken on the near side by Velenosi. This one swung back. They have possession. Swung over to the far side. Walking in, firing a shot, blocked it away. Taken in by Lombardi as he moves it up the point, but a battle for it here as Ritchie's able to slap it down. The Moist Kings want a call, not going to get it. And a tie-up here behind the play. And lots of contact going on. Moist Kings want something, not going to get it. As Josh Rosa will work it up ice. Rosa has the one go off a foot. And Miles Elliott will tap it forward. John Burchett on the chase, but he loses that battle to Rosa. Rosa just across the line. They're able to set it up. Velenosi works it back to the point. Velenosi, a quick pass to the far side. Walking in, looking for the backdoor tip. Couldn't get it all the way through, and this one will be sent down the length of the ice. Delaron out to slow it up. 2.5 minutes to go here on the power play. As Paul Cobb will walk it to the red line. Looking for anything. Gets it to the outside, just topping over is Rosa. A smart play there by Josh Rosa. Cobb walks, works it over to the far side. Walking in, looking for the backdoor deflection. Nothing there. Rosa moves it down below the goal line, looking for an odd deflection. And it's covered up quickly, or so Aaron Adair thought, but not the case. And some arguing and ensuing, and it looks like coincidental penalties. Seems like both players are confused. As for Fatroy, it's Stas Abendonado going. And for the Moist Kings, it's Mike Minachi-Gonho. Or so I thought. It appears to be Devin Ingrabelli going for the Moist Kings. It looks like it might be Jordan Velenosi for Fatroy going. So 1:57 remains here in the power play. As the ball will come all the way back to Fatroy's end. We're remaining 5-on-4. However, since that ball was cleared out when the penalty was called, we'll send it all the way back. Faceoff is controlled momentarily, but a quick cover by Delaron. And we will redo it from the left side. Physical play going into the corner. That's going to be taken away by the Moist Kings. Dancing behind the net is Minachi Ganho. He has that one stripped away as it'll just be played back behind the goal line. And Fatroy trying to set it up. Fatroy works to the weak side, up and into the stands, heads up. Can't quite make the grab on that one as it will come back into play maybe, unless we're keeping it as a souvenir. And looks like a fan got a souvenir. Faceoff will go in the neutral zone as new ball comes into play. Chewbacca's in on the draw for Fatroy. He gets tied up and it's taken away by Moist Kings. This one's tapped forward and Richie goes in on the chase. Delaron's got to hurry as Richie was bearing down. DiChiara. He'll work it out as it's dropped on back for Agrudis. He chops that one forward and sends in Frakudakis on the chase. Has worked up to the near side, up to the point. Cobb will wait. Dancing on the blue line. Works it to the far sides and pushing and shoving in front of the Moist Kings net. Up high. DiChiara, that one gets tipped in front, but just wide of the target. 46 seconds on the power play. Down low, quick pass up high, but it gets intercepted by Mitch Nestor, and it's fired all the way down the length of the ice. Delaron out to play it. Cobb. Long stretch pass up, but it's intercepted again. Miles Elliott bearing down as he gets tied up right at the blue line. Cobb stands his ground. This is going to be swung back to Alex Agrudis. 15 seconds left on the power play as Fatroy will take their time, not looking too urgent to get one final rush off. This one played up the middle. Elliott in a foot race with Frakudakis for it. We're back to even strength with under 2 minutes to play as the Moist Kings survive another 4-minute major. The Moist Kings taking their time as this is Brichette. He'll work it over to the far side for Famille. Alessandro Famille sends the return feed back to Brichette. And this one's flipped a mile high down the length of the ice, but a little too far as that will go for an icing call with 1:11 left in the first frame. Big start for the penalty kill for Moist Kings after going down 1-0 in the early goings, killing off 8 minutes in penalties. Haven't really had an opportunity to play at even strength for the majority of this period. Well, they can stay out of the box. We'll see what they can do. This one's turned over, walking in, firing a shot. Rebound is there, but no one on the back door. As it was a tight chance for Fatroy. A tie up here. And I believe it was just offside. And here comes a chance for Fatroy with under a minute to play. Famille will take it behind the net. Swings it on over to Brichette. Brichette, home run shot, looking for it all. That one just a little too strong. And that goes for icing as Harry Angelou wins the race. 30.1 to go here in the first period of a 1-0 game. Fatroy still with the lead off of David Lombardi's 7th goal in just 3 games. Averaging a goal a period so far this tournament. Faceoff's won by Fatroy, deflected in front. On the back door, couldn't tug it home. As Adair was stuck on the ground, Fatroy couldn't capitalize. This one, a back shoulder feed, onside. Trying to work it over, but it's going to be taken away, and Fatroy with one last rush with 13 and ticking. Onside, works it down low. Here's a chance, breakaway opportunity, missed the net on the backhand. Can't tuck it back out in front, and that will just about do it. As Cody Scott goes for the pin on the boards, and an entertaining first 15 minutes end with Fatroy up 1-0. Had 2 4-minute power plays that they could not capitalize on. But an entertaining back and forth start to this one, as both sides look to go to 3-0. You're watching here on hnlive.ca. You're not going to want to miss a second of this game. Come back in a minute and a half for second period action. Welcome back to second period action between Fatroy and the Moist Kings. It's 1-0 for Fatroy through 15 minutes in an entertaining first frame. The lone goal scored by David Lombardi, his 7th of the tournament. Fatroy also 8 minutes of power play in that first period, but nothing to show for it. Just the lone 1-0 goal. Fatroy looking to get started where they left off, as here comes Lombardi. Lombardi with a burst of speed, trying to beat it on the short angle. Is a great play right in tight of the net, as that one might have trickled in. But a veteran maneuver by Mitch Nestor to catch that one in the crease and quickly toss it out, as his goaltender Aaron Adair, I don't think, knew where it was. Both teams 2-0 to this point in the tournament. And both teams winning in dominant fashion so far, as Fatroy won their first game 9-3 and second game this morning 7-0 over the Duncan Stars. While Moist King won 6-1 over Victoria and 9-3 over Montreal. As a big collision in front as Aaron Adair gets clobbered, and it will be a delayed penalty upcoming to Fatroy. Adair looks to be okay, running back to the bench, as it'll be 6-on-5 for the time being. Goalie interference assumed to be the call. This one now worked to the far side. Miles Elliott, he'll take it across the line, chip and chase, but he will not be the first one there, as it's finally touched up. And the Moist Kings will get their first opportunity of the game on the man advantage, as a minor penalty for goaltender interference is the call. Moist Kings had 3 shorthanded goals in their 6-1 victory over Victoria. Got some good opportunities while penalty killing, but we'll see what they can do on the power play. Just a 2-minute power play here as they look to get it set up. Worked over to the near side to Dormissis. Back to Dormissis. Bobby Dormissis, low lining shot, turned away on the rebound by Delarond. Dormissis trying to pinch down on that as it looks to get clear of the line. A battle for it as the player got taken down. That one hit off the roof, it appeared. Looked like Fragudakis, while going down, launched it straight up. The faceoff will come all the way back to the Fatroy end. Kevin O'Toole in on the draw. Just a lone marker so far for him in the tournament. Long shot in. O'Toole sitting on that back door trying to tip it home. He gets taken down in front. But the puck will be controlled by the Moist Kings for a moment. And they do maintain control. This one worked to the slot. Great chance in tight, but can't fit it through. This one clears all the way back to the red line, but held in by Ritchie. Ritchie swings it over. One-time shot. They score! On the power play, it's Quinn Strychaluk who ties the game on the man advantage. A booming shot from Strychaluk gets through a sea of bodies, and the Moist Kings even this game up at once with Strychaluk's second of the tournament. And it's going to be marked down as a power play marker. As just like that, we are back to where we started, all tied up. High up off the draw as Elliott will backhand this one in deep. As the Moist Kings back on the attack. Jack Ford tries to spin and fire, but will be knocked off to the boards. As Kakab looks for an outlet. Hard physical play on the boards. And this one will clear out. Here comes Fatroy the other way. Agridas nearly has a stick slapped right out of his hands as here comes Elliott. Elliott on the near side. This one long shot in, scooped up and stopped as Delaron makes the save. Interesting pattern we've noticed throughout the day here on Rink 4 of the Paramount Fine Food Center. The home team has won every single game to this point. The home team 4-0 and outscoring opponents 32-9 through those 4 games. And Fatroy on the home bench for this one, but Moist Kings keeping it tight. Face-off is won. And it'll be worked out as a nice chip and chase. Started up by Raza. Raza loses control of it, as it'll be Jared Jackson pinning him against the boards. As coming away with it is Ingrabelli. And it gets swung back to the far side. Raza trying to cut off the Moist Kings. As it'll be chopped forward. Raza gets it up for Agridas. That will be played in deep. It's Chirola first on it. Chirola slapping away as Jared Jackson goes for the box out and tries to clear that one out of his own end. Manachi Gonho, he's able to swing it forward. Here comes Ritchie with a burst of speed, but he gets tied up as a battle for the loose ball. Both players go down. No call up coming. Here comes Chirola. Chirola 2-on-2. Great move to fit it through. All alone, couldn't get a second hand on that as he went swinging with one. Strubakis in the far side corner. He'll ring it around to no one as stepping up on his Ingrabelli. Evan Ingrabelli leaves it off for Ritchie. Ritchie Moves it to open space just on side are the Moist Kings as Minachi Gano and to ensure an extra toe tap. As Fatroy has daylight working it out. This one will be dropped off. Agridis works it to the weak side. This will be tagged up at the red line and just fired in deep. As back on his Ingrabelli. Long stretch feed just outside of the reach of Marquez. As the Moist Kings were looking for the home run shot, just couldn't connect. Entertaining back and forth play to this point. Still a 1-1 tie through the first 5 minutes of the second period. The power play marker by Strichaluk tied this game earlier in the frame. And David Lombardi had the opening goal for Fatroy as an official comes running over to the near side. A little bit of a water stain, maybe a sweat marker on the ground. Quickly drying it up so no slipping hazards. I think that was from the last tie-up we saw over on this side. Early movement in the draw on both ends, and looks like Fatroy wants him kicked from the draw, not going to get it. As a quick drop by the official, and it's won cleanly by the Moist Kings. Burchette, he'll hit the brakes behind his own net, looking for the home run shot. Going right over top. A great pass up to Michael DeVito. He's got slam on the brakes as he's heading to the corner, trying to look for the top-up feed. Durmissis, but couldn't connect. This one will be chipped back in deep. Long stretch pass across the ice, where it will be taken by Zafiropoulos. That one goes up and into the Fatroy bench as we get a stoppage with 9:48 to go here in the second period. Both of these teams chasing down the Victoria Ducks, the 2024 D winners. Victoria Ducks not here this year, so there will be a new champion crown. Will it be one of these two teams? Both 2-0. Face-off won by the Moist Kings is trying to push forward. Great move. Is getting tied up is DeVito. Still pushing forward, showing all the heart in the world. As DeVito gets tied up behind the net. This one will now be quickly worked out by Peltier. And that will be fired back in deep, and a whistle goes. Delayed offside, I believe, is the call, and this one's going to head all the way back to the Moist Kings end. Fatroy with an offensive zone draw. This will be Frakudakis going against Kevin O'Toole. Clean win by O'Toole. This one will get swung around by Nestor. Long feed to the back shoulder of O'Toole, just outside of his reach, as Kakov will spin it back up. Coming the other way is Peltier. Peltier gets it over the middle, bouncing ball right through the slot, but no one on the receiving end as Cody Scott's there first. This one gets tied up as it'll be sent off the top of the glass, I believe, and down. And here comes a 2-on-0 chance. Strichaluk off the post. So close to his second of the game. As he got in all alone, that took a weird bounce. It might have been out of play, but didn't get blown down. And this one worked right into the slot, just bounces off the stick of Kevin O'Toole, the leading scorer for the Moist Kings back in the Greater Toronto Ball Hockey League. He had 19 goals and 29 assists in just 12 games played. He was feasting this year, and so was the team in general. They went 11-1 in the Greater Toronto Ball Hockey League this season. As this one will be marked just offside as we get a delay at the blue line. The Moist Kings representing Ontario. And on the other end, Fatroy representing Quebec. Miles Elliott on the draw. He goes against Chirola, who wins it. And swung over to Lombardi quickly. Knocked down by Chirola with good hand-eye coordination. Trying to swing it back door as he got the pass through, but no one in a white shirt on the receiving end. This one will be flipped forward all the way down the length of the ice. And it will go for an icing call as this one heads all the way back down to the Moist Kings end. So we will redo it. Miles Elliott against Chris Chirola. Face-off is won back by the Moist Kings. Julian Newton. He'll work it out slow from behind his own net. Newton works it up. That one's just deflected in deep by Elliott. He's going to be first to it. Elliott dancing behind the goal line. Tried to fire that one out quickly for Ford, but he couldn't get it on target. Sharp angle shot, rebound there, they score! The Moist Kings take their first lead of the game off of a rebound chance. And it's Jack Ford, the defenseman, who capitalizes on the opportunity, and it's 2-1 for the Moist Kings. There's a long shot in off the stick of Julian Newton, and Jack Ford, right place, right time, just a second before Delarond, and was able to tap that one home to give the Moist Kings their first lead of the game. Big hit on the boards, and that one's going to get called as Mike Pietrakupa will head to the bench as he pinned off Brady Ritchie into the glass. So right after giving up the leading goal, Fatroy will head to the penalty kill. And excuse me, Brady Ritchie going as well. So that's going to be coincidental penalties. We should remain 5-on-5 here. Interested to know what Ritchie got called on there. Seemed like that was just going to be a single penalty upcoming. And the coaching staff for Moist Kings, I think, are in the same boat as me. Kevin O'Toole, Bobby Duermistis, and Jared Jackson asking the officials for some confirmation on what happened. It looked like Ritchie got pinned to the boards. And now Duermistis is having a conversation. And it appears another Moist King going to the box in Nathan Gallant. So the Moist Kings, just when we thought they were getting a power play, they're actually going to the penalty kill. And that's what it says on the scoreboard as of right now. We're trying to clear it up. So there's two in the box for Moist Kings, one for Fatroy. It says Fatroy is getting a power play. However, the faceoff appears to be in Fatroy's end. I think the officials are even having some confusion here as we got Alex Agradis and Alessandro Famio both pointing separate ways. I think everyone is a little lost here as Fatroy will go to the power play with a defensive zone faceoff. And Fatroy is now calling for a timeout. I think, honestly, just to buy more time to try and figure out this situation because they want the offensive zone draw, obviously. So timeout called for Fatroy, and they're trying to get an official's attention to say the faceoff should be in the Moist Kings end, which would be the correct call if there is a delayed penalty coming to the Moist Kings. 2 in the box for the Moist Kings, 1 in the box for Fatroy. We will see how this situation resolves. Once again, Fatroy won their first game of the tournament, 9-3. Lombardi, 4 points in that game. They defeated the Rebels, who we saw earlier in the day. Played their second game this morning, a 7-0 victory over the Duncan Stars. So Fatroy with a defensive zone draw here, starting the power play. Don't think I can ever say I've seen that one in hockey. But we are underway. Now a chance for the Moist Kings, right in tight, slashing away at it. With Manachi Gano, he couldn't get control. Fatroy will carry it up ice. Carving through was Velenosi. This one dropped off to the point. Return feed for Velenosi. Trying to tuck it in tight. And a big collision in front as Aaron Adair gets knocked to the ground. The Moist King won a call for goalie interference because we saw one already in the first that got called. Doesn't look like they'll be so fortunate. The whistle goes because the net did come off its moorings. But we'll stay 5-on-4. Josh Raza in on the draw. He'll be going up against Michael DeVito. Raza wins it clean, firing a quick shot, rebounds there, they score! Lombardi again! He is unbelievable! 8 goals in 8 periods for David Lombardi, and he's got both for Fatroy tonight as they tie the game on the power play. David Lombardi. Unbelievable. A goal in every period of the tournament so far, and he's got the equalizer here. Once again, back to where we started. It's a tie game. He's only worked up to the point. Long shot in, gets deflected in front, but up and out of play. That's getting a stick on it there was Adam Marquez. Faceoff's won all the way back into Fatroy's end. And they'll be pinned up by Adam Marquez. Ball comes loose in front. Chirola will look over his options, and he'll just swing it back to Kakab. He gets away from Dormissis. Swung up to the near side. Strubakis gets it over. Chirola looks over his options. Tried to get it back to Strubakis, but it gets intercepted and played all the way up for Dormissis. Dormissis slows it up. Tries to saucer through. Great pass. Trying to tuck it back door. Couldn't get it all the way through. And that will be a penalty to Fatroy, tripping the call. as Adam Marquez gets hauled down with nearly a surefire goal. So Moist Kings back to the power play for just the second time tonight. And a timeout will be called for the Moist Kings, it appears. As tripping was the call. 5:51 to go here in the second period. Great back and forth action between these two sides. The Moist Kings so far 1 for 1 on the power play, as it was Quinn Strychaluk who's found the lone marker to this point. Kevin O'Toole in on the draw for the Moist Kings. O'Toole loses that draw, but it's quickly taken by one of his wingers and played up to the point. Sean Burchett working across for Dumissis. He gets the return feed. This one swung to the far side corner for O'Toole. O'Toole will take it near the goal line. He works it up top for Dumissis. Back to O'Toole, right in the slot. Quick firing shot, but blocked away. O'Toole, Dumissis swings it up high. Burchett back to Dumissis. A shot turned away by the left pad of Delaronde. Dumissis gets it down low, right in the slot, whiffs on the shot, gets it back outside for O'Toole. As that pass outside of the reach of Dumissis, O'Toole panicked a little bit when he didn't have full control of that. As Sean Burchett will walk it up for the Moist Kings. 1:10 to go and exactly 5 minutes to go here in the second period. This one dumped off quickly. Dumissis. They gain the line, so they'll control. Walking in, firing a shot off the glass and behind the net. Moist Kings control. O'Toole up for Dumissis, gets the return feed right to the slot. Shot, they score! A beautiful play, and Jack Ford, his second of the game, makes it 3-2 for the Moist Kings. A true tic-tac-toe goal. They've been working on it throughout that entire power play, trying to set it up between Dumissis, O'Toole, and Ford. A couple misses, a couple missed passes, but when they finally connect on it, it's a beautiful tic-tac-toe goal. Dumissis to O'Toole to Ford in the slot, and he wires one past the glove of Delaronde to reinstate the Moist Kings lead. Whistle blown quickly off the draw as we'll redo that one. O'Toole appearing to get kicked from the draw. Nope, they'll let him back in. And he wins that one cleanly. This one worked on up. Manachi Gonho. He'll chip it forward and chase. He goes in behind the net as getting there first is DiChiara. As Fatroy will work it out quickly. Pantelis, he gets cut off on the far side by Jackson, as the Moist Kings can't get it all in one step. Agridas, a nice move around O'Toole as he'll take it into the corner. Tries to chip it around as he gets hit into the boards as Jared Jackson cuts him off. And the Fatroy bench wants a call, not going to get it, and that one's in the back of the net. What an off angle from behind the goal line. Fatroy somehow tucks that one in. And the game is once again tied off the stick of Alex Agridas. The back and forth action never stopping here. As it looked like just a pass attempt in front, caught off the shoe weird on a dare. And it squeaks by as this game once again all tied up at threes. Face-off won by Fatroy, but immediate pressure by Jack Ford, who's looking for his third of the game. Already 2 so far tonight. Fatroy will chip this one off the boards. Has some physical board play on that far side. Zafiropoulos driving that ball forward, pushing either side he can. As this one will be dropped back and played off the boards. Moshopoulos will work it to the weak side. Zafiropoulos gets it off to the point. It will be dumped in and chased by DiChiara. Elliott gets there first, and Elliott gets hammered into the boards, and Elliott looks injured as DiChiara just holding him up. As Elliott's slow to get back, as this one will be chased by Jack Ford. No icing the call. Ford with it in the corner. Bouncing ball out front. And DiChiara takes in the corner. Loses control momentarily to Jack Ford as a pin ensues on the far side. Ford trying to dig that one out. It comes along to Elliott. Scans over his options. Elliott waits. Looks for the backdoor feed. Couldn't get it all the way through as Delaron deflects it away from trouble. This one swung down the length of the ice. That one will go for an icing call, as it'll come all the way back to the Fatroy end. A 3-3 tie here in the second period. 2:28 to go in the second period. Who will get the next one is the question. It's been back and forth all game long. No more than a 1-goal lead at any point in this game. Dormissus having a conversation with the official. Michael DeVito in on the draw for the Moist Kings. Face-off is won back by Fatroy. So he chipped off the boards. A nice give-and-go play. Shot just missing wide of the target as Adam Marquez was looking for that far side post past the glove. Marquez back on it. Up to the point, but fanned on that shot as it just goes behind the goal line. Working on it now, Brichette. John Brichette waits, tries to tuck it out tight. Gets that feed, looking for the back door to Dormissus, but couldn't get it all the way through. A nice defensive play by Strubakis to break that one up. Long lead feed for Lombardi. Lombardi got the tag up, I believe, as he'll fire it in deep. Brichette there first, but going for the pin is Villanosi. This one pops loose as Dormissus will angle it forwards. On the chase is Famil. Long lead feed, intercepted by Famil as he'll fire it back down in deep. This one swung up the near side. This one will be chipped off the boards. Knocked down by a glove of Ingrabelli, and he's back on the attack. That one up and out of play, or glove down, I should say, by Delaron. With 1:10 to go here in the second frame. Bernacchi Gonho on the offensive draw for the Moist Kings. Faceoff's one clean back, firing a shot blocked in front. Trying to fit that one through was Hatia. This one gets taken behind the net. And it'll be worked all the way up to the point. This one swung back down low. Moist Kings looking for the cycle play. Great pass, but right through. A diving effort, couldn't connect. As stepping up on his Ingrabelli. He sees daylight, drops it off. Manachi Gano. It'll be swung behind the net as A big shove on the side, trying to tuck it home right in the lacrosse crease. Spin and fire, but up and out of play off the stick of Delaron as that Ingerbelly shot gets deflected high and out of play. .28 seconds to go here in the second period. And all Moist Kings over the last couple minutes hemming Fatroy into their own end. As top line of Kevin O'Toole comes out for the Moist Kings. As Chris Girola gets kicked from the draw. Face off one cleanly back as he gets blocked away on the initial shot. Winding a one-timer, big rebound, but it trickles below the goal line. As Strychaluk couldn't get there first. Strychaluk tries the wrap, tries to get it in front, but it gets blocked away by Shin. Bouncing puck in the middle. One last chance for Fatroy here. Could be a 2-on-2 or 2-on-3 the other way. Lombardi across the line fires that shot, missing wide of the target. 3 seconds left on the clock, and that will do it. The end of the second period has come upon us. And Fatroy and the Moist Kings dead even after 30 minutes of play. It's a 3-3 tie here from Ring 4 of the Paramount Fine Food Center. You're not going to want to miss the last 15 minutes between these two rivals. A chance at 3-0 on the line. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for third period action between Fatroy and the Moist Kings. It's been an intense battle here in the D bracket between the two 2-0 teams. We're deadlocked as we head to the final 15 minutes. It's a 3-3 tie. David Lombardi, 2 goals for Fatroy. And Jack Ford, 2 goals for the Moist Kings. We should be in for a great finale. Make sure you've caught your breath, as we'll be in for a great 15 minutes on deck. And we are underway. The third period has started as Cody Scott will go back on the ball first. Has moved up quickly by the Moist Kings. Long lead feed for Strychaluk, just on side as he'll move it forward for Kevin O'Toole in the corner. He'll be swung back around by Fatroy as Petra Kupa will chip it up the boards. Long pass across the ice, taken in by Strubakis. Strubakis spins away from O'Toole, still with possession of it. Still with possession of it as he chips it forward and takes it into the offensive end. Perkele Strubakis behind the net. Tries to work it out front, bangs it off the side, and it'll be taken away by the Moist Kings and launched down the length of the ice. And it will go for an icing call just 50 seconds into the period. Faceoff comes all the way back to the Moist Kings end. And the faceoff is won by the Moist Kings. This one will be played around the boards. As Famil will work it out. Ford will drop it back off for Famil. Famil works to the far side. Brichette. He'll move it up ice. This one's chipped forward and chased. Could be a breakaway chance. Jack Ford in all alone. Dangles, can't tuck it home, still loose on the side of the net. Goaltender's down, can't get it past Delaron. Jack Ford, a great move, but a better save as Delaron denies the 2-time goal scorer tonight. Long shot in is blocked away by Fatroy, and they move it forward. Fatroy in transition. A burst of speed at the bottom of the screen. This will be taken away and a long pass up. Jack Ford, 2-on-1 with Miles Elliott. Ford waits, walks, fires a shot turned away by the shoulder of Delaron. Ford buzzing here in the third period. Clearly wants the hat trick. This one moved to the middle of the floor and it's turned away once again by Delaron, and this time denying Newton. Burst of speed from Strubakis. Strubakis sees daylight. He'll get across the red line, now across the blue. Slows up, it gets hammered, and that's going to be a penalty against the Moist Kings. The Moist Kings bench is furious, but Devin Ingerbelli will go to the box for body checking. And Fatroy back to the man advantage. This is Fatroy's fourth man advantage of the game. So far, 1 for 3 on the night. This one will be sent all the way down the length of the floor. And it'll be slowed up by Delaron. This one moved forward now. Burst of speed. Here goes Fatroy. 2-on-0 chance. They score! It's a hat trick again! David Lombardi! Are you serious? 3 goals in the game. 3 goals every game. He has 9 goals in 3 games. And Fatroy capitalizes again on the power play. Now 2 for 4 on the night. That is incredible from David Lombardi. He is unstoppable right now. This one's worked over by the Moist Kings. They're back chasing. Ritchie, he'll swing it over to the near side. Katia, he'll slow it up, trying to carve around. Can't get across the blue line. He's just being stood up, and it's taken away. Katia with the intercept. He'll go the other way, trying to toe drag across the line. Can't get across as Velenosi stands him up. This one taken away by Fatroy. As McCobb will just slap it in deep. Lombardi trying to get away from danger. Lombardi, a great feed on the back door, but Velenosi couldn't tap it home. Now a rush for it the other way. As on it first is Angelou. Angelou gets hammered into the boards. Almost looked like his stick got stuck in the boards as he was going by. A dangerous play. Looks like he'll be okay, and his stick's okay as well. This one deflects off the dasher. Fatroy looking to work it out. This one will be swung back. 11:20 and ticking on the clock. This one worked to the far side. McCobb, long feed up, but it's intercepted. Here comes the Moist Kings with daylight. Trying to fire one over the middle, getting sandwiched off. A shot from a far angle. And that was Marquez trying to tuck it home. But can't quite beat it on the short side as Delaron up to the task. And the faceoff will come outside. The Moist Kings unhappy. According to the officials, it off the side of the net and went up and out of play. And that was what Delaron was arguing initially, right after it happened. And it looks like they get their way as here comes a 3-on-1 for Fatroy the other way. Chance here, they score! The first 2-goal lead of the game. And it's Yannick Pelletier who puts it in the back of the net. And Fatroy has a 5-3 lead. Three unanswered goals for Fatroy. And they've gone from being down 3-2 to up 5-3. The Moist Kings in a bit of a hole now with less than 11 minutes to play. Down by 2 goals. Nice move off the draw, is just getting across the line on side of the Moist Kings. Marquez fires a shot off a back foot, and Pantelis didn't know where it was, so the Moist Kings regain control. This one worked up to the point. Trying to get that one on target, but it's blocked away. It could be a 3-on-2, but I don't think DiChiara realized they had the numbers. as Zafiropoulos gets bumped into the boards. Cantelis gets taken down. There's a bit of a screen set there by the big man Durmissis. And now it's just onside for the Moist Kings, but getting it first is Abindonato. Stas Abindonato swings it over to Strubakis. Abindonato gets pinned up on the boards by Isaiah Bailey-Hay. Trying to bash that puck loose as he gets pinned up against the far side boards. The officials will blow it down quickly as some pushing and shoving ensues after the whistle, and the officials will step in. It looked like Quinn Strychaluk stirring the pot a little bit. O'Toole in on the draw. The official directing traffic. O'Toole wins it clean as it'll come back out to the neutral zone. Great pass. O'Toole fires a shot just up and over the net. This one will be taken in behind. Strychaluk tries to spin and fire. Great chance, and they score! Isaiah Bailey-Hay jumps on the loose puck in the slot, puts it top shelf, and the Moist Kings right back in this one. It's a one-goal game. Puck was tied up at the side of the net. And the Moist Kings were just trying to get it to open space, and they did perfectly. Isaiah Bailey-Hay saw the opportunity, stepped up and delivered a clutch shot up in the top shelf. And just like that, it's a one-goal game once again. This one worked over the middle as it will be controlled by DiChiara. DiChiara gets hounded. Taken away. Elliott right up top. Forward. It looked like he was trying to get back down to Elliott. Ball still loose at the side of the net. As a big hit into the boards and a delayed penalty upcoming. As I believe body check is going to be the call as Miles Elliott gets slammed into the boards once again. Looked like he was fighting something from the second period and gets crunched once again. So the Moist Kings head back to the power play. Where they are 1 for 2 so far tonight. .909 to go here in the third period. Faceoff is controlled but not cleared. Brady Ritchie works it up at the blue line. Misses, winds a slap shot, big rebound. Rebound controlled by Strychaluk. He's getting held up on the boards, no call. Sounds like the Moist Kings want one. As DiChiara makes a nice play to body off the puck. And a 1-on-2 coming the other way as Alex Agradus just wasting valuable time. Spins away from one, what a play. 2-on-1 chance now. Agradus can't get back on the puck. As Durmissis looking for the pin, has to be careful here, not get a penalty. Especially with the much bigger frame. Ritchie will take behind his own net. 1:11 remains on the power play. Brachette. He'll walk it up through neutral. The Moist Kings looking to get set up here. Moves it forward and quickly back. They gain the line. Ritchie slides that one across. Durmissis works it down low. O'Toole back up for Durmissis. He waits near the Fatroy bench. Ritchie fires a shot, deflected in front, rebound there. Firing another one, great save by Delaron to clear that out of any danger. And Ritchie's got to hustle back as he's being hounded from behind with good pressure from Fatroy. This one now taken away, but will be chopped forward momentarily as Scott jumps up in the rush. That one can't be held at the line as it'll clear all the way back down with just 15 seconds left on the power play. Mitch Nestor will retrieve. Swings it up. Marquez tries to get that one through but can't, and he'll now take off. Sends it forward just by a little bit, but a nice play by Delaron to knock it off to the far side boards. Back to even strength hockey with 7 to play. Up to the point, winds a slap shot. That one blocked coming right for us. As that one you might have seen come into your living room as it goes right up to the camera. There's a big block from the point and a big kill from Fatroy. Now 2 for 3 on the penalty kill in the game. Faceoff is won by the Moist Kings, and this one takes a weird bounce off the backboards. And Delaron smartly plays that one quickly and will just glove that down and force a whistle. Elliott in on the draw. Moist Kings with an aggressive faceoff formation. It's one all the way back. Scott, a great shot, but a better save. Flashing the leather, Dakota Delaron. A great glove save to negate that chance. Faceoff one back. This one will be flipped a mile high. Somehow that danced right through the metal beams on the roof. Got through about 3 layers of those as it will go for an icing call. And the faceoff comes all the way back. And we'll do it again from the right side of Delaron. Faceoff is won by Fatroy. This one swung around. Some hard contact on that far side. This one swung back down in the corner. Elliott had Scott lurking, or jacked forward, my apologies. But passed just a little too long. It's a big hit on the far side boards. Elliott crunched again. A Fatroy delayed penalty, so the Moist Kings will go to the power play. This one worked down low. Back up top, winding a slap shot, blocked in front, and not tagged up. Finally is, and a late hit comes in from Adam Marquez. And it looks like Marquez is going to get called for that. That is something you just cannot do. You're already getting the power play, and now I believe it's going to remain 5-on-5. And a mental mistake from Adam Marquez, playing the late hit after the whistle, after you're already getting a power play with 6 minutes left. The faceoff will remain in Fatroy's end, but we will remain 5-on-5 as they will call it coincidental penalties. And we continue on. Face-off won by the Moist Kings. Stretch-a-look, fires a shot, waffle word away. That one high off the blocker and out. Fatroy working it out. This will be dropped off. Velenosi to the outside, tries to get back in front, trying to tuck it home on the short side, couldn't fit it through. Lombardi waits, fires a shot, blocked in front and gloved down with an athletic play by Aaron Adair as he denies Lombardi. .5:35 to go in the third period. Fatroy still leads by 1. Face-off tied up and taken away by the Moist Kings. That's trying to get away is Famil, but right in the slot. Chance, they score! David Lombardi again! His 4th of the game and 10th of the tournament. How hot is that stick? And Fatroy reinstates the 2-goal lead. And it appears Quinn Strychaluk is getting shown the gate as he got a misconduct right after that Lombardi goal. So he will hit the showers early. David Lombardi, in arguably the biggest game of the tournament so far, has upped the standard, averaging 3 goals coming in, delivered 4 here tonight against the Moist Kings. And it is now 6-4. Moist Kings have to dig themselves out of a hole. Not much time left as this one's knocked down. Trying to slap away at it was Ritchie. He goes in on the attack. He gets dragged to the ground. Still hangs onto his stick. No call-up coming. Strubakis wants one for Ritchie, ripping the stick right out of his hand. As here comes Chirola. Chirola trying to fit it through, but it's gloved down with a quick glove hand of Aaron Adair to halt play. And some talking after the whistle as Josh Rosa in the middle of it. Michael DeVito asking the official for something, nearly got teed up. The ref was bringing the whistle to their mouth, but luckily for his own safety, DeVito started walking away and nearly avoided getting shown the gate. Jared Jackson, behind his own net. Ritchie will swing it right back to him. Jackson moves it up the middle of the ice where it's taken in. And a good battle ensues, but won by Fatroy. They tag up and onside. This one's moved forward. High up on the boards. Here comes Michael DeVito. DeVito waits, tried to hit the streaking Jackson over the middle. Long shot in, deflects off the end board. Jackson stepping up, tries to beat on the short side. Puck still loose at the side of the net. And a quick cover up by Delaron as some pushing and shoving ensues. The ball was loose for a good chunk of time, and more pushing and shoving. Delaron able to just squeeze the puck and keep it out as more pushing and shoving ensues, and it looks like everyone's coming to the box. Misconduct's getting handed out left and right. And one of Fatroy's players now coming out of the game. 2 of them coming out of the game, as well as another Moist King. And the officials have had enough, it appears. Brady Ritchie, one of the players for the Moist King, getting shown the gate, is one of the officials will now have to come off to separate the players because they all have to leave throughout the same gate. So now waiting at the door is Alex Agrudis. So that's 4 players already kicked out of the game. Still have 4 minutes and 16 seconds left. Bench is starting to get a bit thinner. Dormissus and Velinosi having the conversations with the official, as one of the scorekeepers also has come onto the ice to talk to the officials and the captains. trying to resolve the situation. It looks like we'll get back to it. Face-off coming back to the Fatroy end. As you see on screen, Dormis is having an extended conversation with one of the two officials. It appears we will stay 5-on-5. Although the Moist Kings have 6 on the ice currently. Dormis is once again having a conversation before heading off. And he will finally be content with the answer he's received. And we're ready to go. 4:16 to go here in the third. Right off the draw, Ford trying to fire it through a sea of bodies, but a shot blocked away. Taking now is Nestor. Nestor to the far side. Trying to get it through to Bailey Hay, the 4th goal scorer for the Moist Kings. Krakudakis will advance this one through where it's taken by Scott. Still onside, Scott with it. Scott walks, fires a shot up and out of play into the mesh netting. Bailey Hayes in on the draw against Krakudakis. And the faceoff will be won by Fatroy. Fatroy ticking away valuable seconds off this clock as we approach the 3.5-minute mark remaining in the third period. Elliott, he'll move it up to Scott. Scott swings it across. They play it in the far side corner as Elliott will go on the chase. This one rang around the boards. Trying to chip it out, but it's held at the line momentarily by Nestor. Winding a slap shot. Puck still loose at the side of the net. Elliott gets on it first and he gets checked into the boards. This one rang all the way around as it will be flipped up and out. Scott, long shot in. Swallowed up in the chest protector by Delaron. As they've been getting peppered tonight, but standing tall, only allowing 4 to this point. 2:59 to go here in the third period, and that will do it for Aaron Adair. Empty net for the Moist Kings. No, not quite. He's heading back. My mistake. He will be on the hook shortly, to be presumed. Down by 2. And he's starting to walk back now, but a timeout appears to be called for Fatroy. Another 30-second timeout here for Fatroy as they'll discuss their game plan on how to lock down the final 2:59, getting in the shooting lanes, getting in the passing lanes, trying to win some faceoffs and just clear the ball down the length of the ice. While the Moist Kings having an internal discussion of what the plan is, of how to beat Dakota Delaron not once, but twice here in the final 3 minutes. So 5-on-5 as Adair will head back to his crease. And faceoff was won by the Moist Kings, but taken away by Fatroy. Lombardi on it now as he'll chip it forward just outside of the reach of Velinosi. Velinosi gets pinned to the boards as it will work free for Dermissis. Long lead feed as it's taken in by Minachi Gonho. This one rang around the boards as Dermissis lays a big check on the near side as Lombardi escapes. Lombardi swings it to the far side, waits, fires a shot turned away by Adair. Big rebound Fatroy back on, looking for a wrap attempt. Couldn't get it off. Was Chirola. Taking now is Cheechin. Mark Cheechin swings it all the way up for DeVito. DeVito on the backhand. They get across the line and swing this one on target, but it'll be a quick cover up by Delaronde and forces a whistle to the left side of Delaronde. 1:57 remains here in the third. Still no movement from Aaron Adair. As the Moist Kings are on their last breath here in this one. Down by 2 with under 2 to play. Face-off was won momentarily by O'Toole, but Fatroy quick in on the attack. As Jared Jackson has to rush back to this one as he's able to play it all the way back up. For Newton, who makes a nice play. Newton to the outside. Leaves this one off as the Moist Kings can get set up. This one winds a slap shot just wide of the target. O'Toole first to it. All the way up to the point. Another long slap shot. Looking for a deflection in front just wide of the target. Newton dancing around. Tries to get a sharp angle shot off, and that one tracks all the way back to the Fatroy bench with a minute 16. Looks like the Moist Kings are content with leaving Adair in. Down by 2. As they'll need to get one first before it seems like they'll make movement to even consider pulling the goalie here. O'Toole on the draw, going up against the big Chris Chirola. One cleanly back, quick shot off the draw, double deflected, but just wide of the target. Moist Kings looking to work it up, all the way up to Scott. He winds a shot, deflected in front as it nearly trickles over the top of Delaronde, but travels over top of the net. O'Toole in a physical battle in the far side corner. Puck comes loose as it just dumped back down, but it's intercepted by Chirola, and he'll just try and get to center and fire it in deep, but that's going to be an icing call upcoming. Chirola didn't gain the red line. So 46.4 to go. We'll travel all the way back to the Fatroy end and do it again. Moist Kings need a miracle at this point, down by 2 with under a minute to play. Elliott on the draw. Loses that one as it will be chipped off the glass but held in at the line. A nice move down towards the goal line. Goes to the backhand. Puck loose of the crease. Bouncing puck just wide of the target. Elliott coming in for reinforcements, trying to get that puck loose as it gets tied up against the board. Elliott tried to get it out in front, and a delayed penalty as some pushing and shoving behind the play. It looks like both were going at it pretty good. Surprised they're just taking them to the box after what we've seen over the last 4 minutes and not just showing them the gate instantly. So going to the box, Nathan Gallant for the Moist Kings. And Mike Pietrikupa in the box for Fatroy. We've seen him make his fair share of treks to the box tonight. 22.9 to go on the clock. Isaiah Bailey-Hay in on the draw. He gets tied up. Puck will come loose for Lombardi as he just flips that one down the length of the ice. Trying to push a little pace for his Josh Rosa as Scott will pick it up. 10 seconds to play. This one will be taken in by Strubakis. Played up the boards and all the way back to the Moist Kings end, and that will do it. Final score, Fatroy defeats the Moist Kings by a final score of 6-4. And in the doing, Fatroy will move to 3-0 here in the D division. While the Moist Kings, a hard-fought back-and-forth battle, just could not get it done when they needed to. They will drop this one and move to 2-1 in the tournament. A great battle from both sides. Arguably one of the most entertaining games we've seen all week. And these two teams, they may have a later date set. We may see them face off once again, as we will now show the player of the game honors. The player of the game for the Moist Kings, Jack Ford. 2 goals in the loss today. And no surprise here as it's David Lombardi getting player of the game. 4 goals in today's victory. A hat trick in every game and an extra one here today, as he's up to 10 goals in 3 games. He is well on his way to MVP honors. As that will do it for this one. The Moist Kings fall to Fatroy by a final score of 6-4. Fatroy, the big third period, outscoring the Moist Kings 3-1 in the final 15 minutes. And that will do it for D action here today on Rink 4. Coming up next, we're back to C Division at 6:30. The Kelowna Wolfpack taking on the Sunnyvale Sam Squanches. We hope to see you there as we'll take a short break before teeing up that game. Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks.